Well, believe it or not, Walmart is actually going to be on the front lines of whether or not America becomes an authoritarian country and how quickly that happens. Now, of course, as you know, I have argued that we are already a presidential dictatorship, but Walmart, one of the biggest companies in America and indeed the world, is going to have to make a choice, a tough choice, and the choice they make is going to make a huge difference on how quickly we move ahead. Last Thursday, Walmart was having an earnings call, and its CEO very publicly said the higher tariffs will result in higher prices. Well, this is obviously very challenging to this administration, which has had, let's say, mixed messaging at best, but who has broadly claimed that it is not the consumers who will pay the tariffs. Consumers pay the cost of tariffs. Tariffs are a tax, but this is something that this administration has consistently been working to deny or to deflect or to change the story again and again and again. But eventually, and Walmart are apparently among the first, companies are going to have to start making this decision. And what the president wants them to do is, quote, eat the tariffs. And so he's very publicly saying, hey, don't raise your prices. Eat the cost of my tariffs. And what that means is you take the price hit, you don't adjust your price, you pay more for the item, don't charge the consumer more. He is trying to pressure one of America's largest companies not to raise prices because of tariffs that his administration implemented. That is what an authoritarian would do. In authoritarian governments, in fascism, corporations and government become the same thing. Their power merges together, and the line between the two gets very, very blurry, if at all. And this is a good example of what happens. So here we are. Walmart is on the front lines, and what they do will actually be pretty historic in terms of how quickly we move into authoritarianism as a country. If they bend the knee, that is going to be a major and significant slide towards authoritarianism in the country. When the president pressures pricing at a major company, and if he is successful against one of the biggest and most resourced companies in the world, surely that will cascade down. And then we enter into an entirely different world where things like pricing, economics, all of these things, all of them sort of become dependent on the messaging of a president, removed from the basis of, the capitalism's economic models that we have used for so long. We're entering a very dangerous time. Who knew that our freedoms would, at this stage, be dependent on what Walmart decided to do in pushing back or telling the truth? But the truth still matters, and we will see what happens.